As we progress further into our exploration of PLM implementation in the supply chain, one burning question arises. What outcomes and benefits have businesses witnessed after integrating PLM? Real-world case studies can provide valuable insights into transformative power of PLM and its impact in businesses for all sizes and all industries. So this question goes to everyone on the panel with us. What were the outcomes and benefits experienced by businesses after integrating PLM? Let's start with Espen, so over to you.
Thanks, Sarah. My best example is a large engineering company in the oil industry that automated information exchange both with their suppliers and their customers. They could extract a complete project definition and send reliably to their suppliers, including a fully integrated change management process. They had full control of what was sent to supplier for a purchase order and control of any changes done on engineering content of the same order so they could send updates. All of it with little manual effort and full traceability. The whole process was tied nicely together, so it was easy to decide if a purchase order had to be updated due to an engineering change. This is out of many, but probably my best example of direct PLM and supply chain integration. I'm curious to what Sebastian has to share here.
Thanks for the intro, Espen. We are currently supporting a global consumer goods manufacturer in implementing SAP PLM for early product development phases. And this is for the product as well as for the packaging development. If we are looking at the packaging side, the implementation of SAP PLM has a quite dramatic effect on the supply chain. Packaging development is usually a very data-intensive function. Usually there are a lot of different variations. One product has multiple different packaging formats, and these are then multiplied by various country-specific artworks. The initial creation, design and approval and handover to the supply chain function in purchasing and manufacturing is a very complex and iterative process that has a long lead time, as it requires a lot of coordination with internal and external business partners. A very basic benefit that was realized with the implementation of SAP PLM is a drastic simplification of the data maintenance process, which leads to increased transparency, and with this to a reduction in the number of material masters. To make these benefits more tangible, my colleague Thomas Bauer has prepared a few example screens that show you how simple data maintenance for packaging can be. Over to you, Thomas.
Thank you, Sebastian. So, as Sebastian mentioned, especially in the packaging, it's mandatory to maintain a lot of data. Here you see the new modern form-based user interface. The UI is simplified. You can see an uploaded picture of the material, some header information, and that's it. If we scroll down, you see a clean set of information. The goal here is to give some non-changeable requirements for the first overview. The next step is the maintenance of the data. Also here, the primary goal is to provide the user the simplest possible tool for the data maintenance, using modern UI elements on top flexible standard backend database tables. With tree tables, the user can drag and drop the product structure, as you can see here, and with radio buttons, the user can load or hide additional data fields like the trigger measurements on the screen here. Also, the data quality can be improved with a new UI mask. The user is given direct feedback on the data format of the entered values. Another supporting feature is the always visible maintenance status of the data and the use of mandatory fields. Direct access to pre-configured phrases in the backend is another feature to speed up the data maintenance and ensure the entered data is structured and can be used by IT applications such as reports or AI.
One of Leverak's case studies was SAP PLM solution implementation, along with a computer-aided design integration and an engineering control center to enhance the product lifecycle management for the customer in a construction machinery corporation that produces and sells construction machines. Leverak helped improve this company's efficiency by from 25 to 35%. Now, our customer has a single source of information which simplifies collaboration with other facilities. The second outcome experienced after SAP PLM implementation is reduced cycle times and increased capacity, allowing manufacturing to begin sooner. For more information and more LeverX customer cases, you are welcome to visit our website, leverx.com.
One customer we had adopted SAP Product Lifecycle Costing, which is a solution under SAP PLM umbrella and focusing on costing management. The customer is a key player in the high-tech industry with huge amount of product variants. They focus on product design and subcontract the production to over 30 vendors, from whom they request quotations for the product cost every day. Before adopting SAP Product Lifecycle Costing, the customer faced several main challenges. Their product cost was relatively dependent on vendor quotations, because their internal costing validation and calculation are performed with massive manual effort and sometimes have inaccuracy. And both internal and external collaborations were done in different systems and processes, consuming considerable manual effort. With the solution SAP Product Lifecycle Costing, we were able to transform the relatively manual and dispersed processes into one end-to-end, highly automated and integrated process. Instead of validating the results of their vendor quotations, customer has now a single source of truth for their product cost, where they perform accurate calculations with much less manual effort. That significantly increased customers' control over product cost and process efficiency. Besides, their processes and data management are more compliant and managed in corporate standard manner. Data from various sources and related to different vendors are managed in one standard way. Efficiency for both internal and external collaborations is also improved. We were happy to see how PLM solutions brought things together and made our customers' life easier. Having spoken so much, now back to you, Sarah.
Thank you all for sharing your insider insights and expertise on the outcome and benefits of PLM being used in the different areas and industries.